All right, well, welcome everybody. We've got a big turnout. I'm going to give it about another 30 seconds to see if a couple other people are going to come join our session, and then we will get started with our presentation. My name is Cheryl Hernandez, and I am the sixth grade team leader. We are so thankful that you guys took the time to join us this evening. Our goal with this presentation is to help you guys to feel less overwhelmed and feel more clarity, peace of mind, empowered. So we want you to know that you're in very good hands with our sixth grade team here. So how the presentation is going to go, we have about 5 or 6 slides. It's not going to be super long, but on those slides, on the slide you see on the screen, we're going to go over just some of the big rocks, some of the questions we seem to have encountered across the last few weeks of what the parents are still uncertain about. So after we go through each slide, we're going to open up the chat session for those questions. So if we could, at this time, make sure we're not typing in the chat, and when we go to each slide and we address different areas of what this new first few weeks of the school year is going to look like, we ask you to put your questions in the chat, and we will stop, and Ms. Frazier is going to call out the questions, and we will answer them one by one at that time. Okay, so we are going to start with the teacher introductions. So my name is Ms. Hernandez, and I am the GT ELAR and Honors ELAR teacher. So welcome.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mrs. Bendley. Welcome. I am the Tech Apps teacher.
Hello, I am Mrs. Clifford. I am the sixth grade science teacher, and I also have electives, challenge team first semester, music technology second semester. Welcome.
Hi, I'm Ms. Frazier. I teach engineering and robotics.
Hi, I'm Miss Marin, and I teach sixth grade social studies.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Ochoa. I will be teaching math. I'm going to be with HAM students and also honors and GT.
And Mr. Sanchez is not here. He is the art teacher, but he belongs to another team.
Okay, so every year, the sixth grade team, we name our team, and this year we've decided we're going to be the Cool Cats, and we are super excited that we're going to have your kids this year, and we are excited to offer them the wonderful STEM experience that we have provided every year. Even though it's going to be virtual at the beginning, it's still going to be super engaging. And again, thank you for being here with us tonight. A couple quick housekeeping, just with dress code. That was one of the conversations that some of the parents have asked. When the kids are on collaboration, which is what we call our sessions, some of you, the kids may be familiar with Zoom, but we use Blackboard Collaborate, so we'll be calling it collaboration sessions. Just please make sure they're in school appropriate attire. They don't have to be in school uniform, but just perhaps not in their pajamas, just school appropriate, so they get the feel for being back in class. Even though it is online, we still would appreciate that. You know, please be patient. We are absolutely trying to provide the best program tonight. So we will kick it off with Miss Marin and what the days are going to look like.
Awesome. So I'm going to give you guys a second to kind of look over the slide. This is what our schedule will look like. We will have A days and B days. So the kids will have 8 periods total, but they're going to be split in half. The odd periods will be on A days, and the even periods will be on B days. So I know a lot of questions have come up because it looks a little bit different than the regular school hours and different school days. So we will be in a class from 8:30 until 2 with lunch in the middle. And then from 2 to 4, we'll have flex time, which is going to include things like tutoring, clubs, and all that different stuff. So yes, and then the big thing is that the days will alternate. It won't be like A days are always on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It'll just switch every other day. So every other week will be the opposite.
So Dana, can you discuss the 2 items highlighted in blue for them?
Yes, I can. Next week, you guys will be you'll be getting physical schedules in the mail. Just look out for those next week. A lot of people ask about schedule changes during the beginning of the year, so it is based on priority, like that says. So if you're in the wrong academic core class or something like that gets mixed up, they will put those at the top of the priority list, make sure everybody's good there, and then if people are having issues or want to try to switch electives, the counselors will take care of that a few weeks after school starts.
So we're going to open the floor to questions, but just so you understand that no matter what the kid's schedule looks like or if there's any confusion, the kids do have access to the collaboration sessions. So if they cannot figure out where they need to be, they can go on to any of our collaboration sessions and we can help guide them to where they need to be. So please understand that we know that sometimes it's hard to navigate where they need to be, and the kids, as sixth grade teachers, we are so accustomed to uncertainty in the children, and they're not going to be there's not going to be any problem in any way. We will make sure that we get them to the right place that they need to be. The first week is going to be extremely flexible. I don't want them to panic because we promise you we will help them get to where they need to be. So as far as the schedule is concerned, please, please, please type some questions that you may have in the chat and let us help you navigate through those uncertainties that you may have at this time.
Okay, so the first question is how much time of each block will be devoted to actual teaching?
So we have some direct teach time that we will be giving the students every day. We are trying to record some of the lessons that we're giving so that if for any reason it doesn't, it's not a conducive time or something happens to where your child cannot get on at that time, there's supposed to be different blocks of things that go on throughout that class period. So I don't know if anybody on the sixth grade team want to add more to what I just said. That would be probably very helpful, or if that parent felt like they understood that. Anybody want to add anything? I feel like every day is going to look a little different. There'll be times when I am direct teaching more. We're going to be available the whole entire class period so that if the kids had any questions throughout that whole 65 minutes, we will be there for them. In the flex time afterwards, if they missed part of that class period, then if they had something they didn't understand, that they could go back to that on the tutoring time and ask us questions. So did that answer your question okay? Oh, Dana, go ahead. Miss Marin, go ahead.
I was just going to say something that a lot of people are worried about is the fall looking like it did last spring. And we just want you guys to know that we've been planning to make a lot different than what your kids probably saw last spring. And we will be teaching just like we would be in class at home, like as much as possible. We won't be handing things out, but we'll be doing digitally what we would be doing at school. And at school, a lot of the time, the kids have a lot of time to work on things on their own, or they're researching and doing projects, and they will still have that time when we're doing school digitally like this. So while we might not be teaching the entire time, we'll be there online with them while they're doing that stuff.
Awesome. Thank you, Miss Marin.
Okay, next question. I want to ensure tutoring is available the last 9 weeks of the school year. It always has been in the past. And I skipped a question, so I'm going to go back up to it regarding the schedule. They switch every day as opposed to taking every class daily. Can you reiterate how the AB schedule works?
The AB schedule works on the odd class periods, which you can see in gray. It says first, third, fifth, and seventh. So the odd classes go on A days, and then the even class periods will go on B days. Now, during flex time, every day, if whatever we'll be sending out the tutoring schedules, and we'll be available for you guys, for the kids to get some help. So it won't matter if it's an A or B day. The flex time will offer tutoring for A and B day kids to help them if they're not sure. Ms. Ochoa?
On that very first day of school on Monday, your child's going to attend first period from 8:30 to 9:35. Then at 9:40, they're going to go to third period. They'll have lunch from 10:45 to 11:30. Then from 11:35 to 12:40, they'll be in fifth period. And then 12:45 to 1:50 is seventh period. That would be Monday. And then you have flex time afterwards. Then on B day, which is Tuesday, you're gonna have second period first at 8:30. Then you'll go to fourth. Then you have lunch. Then you go to sixth. Then you go to eighth. On Wednesday, you'll go back to the A schedule where you have first, third, lunch, fifth, seventh. Thursday, second, fourth, lunch, sixth, eighth. Like that.
Okay. There are a couple questions that I think can be best addressed by Ms. Caballero. Ms. Caballero, are you still here? You should be able to unmute yourself, hopefully.
Yes, I'm here. I'm
Okay.
here.
The first question, and I'm not sure if you have an answer to this, it is, they received an email from the choir director. Does that mean they're in choir?
For that parent, I just checked, and yes, your student is in choir right now. And that would probably lead me to another question, I think that was listed later on. How do you request a schedule change? Well, right now we are still building schedules and leveling classes, and we will not change schedules until probably until Ms. Cooper releases us to change schedules. And so we're working very hard to make sure that we have a safe amount of students in each class. I will post, and it actually might be posted now on my webpage. So if you go to the STEM Middle School webpage, and you find the counselor corner under there, it should be under the students tab. There is a link that I have posted for schedule change requests. You can fill that out whenever you want, but it does not mean that we are going to do it right away until we are released to do schedule changes. And so we will post as much information as we can as we get it to our Facebook page, to the Nimitz webpage, and to the STEM Middle School webpage. You can also email me directly, but I won't do schedule changes through an email anymore. I need you to fill out the form when it goes live. Okay?
So next question, the Blackboard rooms, they are different for every class. Each teacher has their own Blackboard room, and you will receive those links.
It'll be the same link for that classroom throughout the entire virtual distance learning. So the kids will always click on the same link to get to English, the same link to get to math. And I promise you, will make sure that if your kid is, that's why when we get to another slide, it's going to help answer some of these questions, because if your child, if they're struggling, they can't figure something out, we have a way for them to contact us immediately, and we can guide them to where they need to go and what they need to do. We're going to have constant access with your children, especially at the beginning, because we know this is going to be a little different than what everybody's used to. So, but we will be available all the time for you kids to, we'll get them where they need to go. I promise you that.
Okay, I know we have a lot of schedule questions, but let's go
That's gonna
ahead and move on. We'll see if we can address some of these questions as we go along.
Okay, yeah, schedule questions do have to be sent directly to Ms. Caballero, because she controls all the, not controls, she's in charge of the schedule changes and things like that. So we can put her email in the chat, and you can write that down, and all schedule changes can go through her, because she knows that way better than we do. Oops, skip a slide. Sure did. Okay, Ochoa.
Okay, right now is the time for y'all to grab your phone. What you see here are the remind codes for the classes. For Remind this year, this is going to be communication between your child, our student, and us. So feel free, when this session is over, go ahead and text the number at the bottom, 81010, and you send that code in. And that will link you to us, and then it will be like we're texting back and forth. So anytime they have any questions that they need clarification on, then that's the time for your child to go ahead and message us so that we can help them. If parents have any questions for us, if you guys could please email us. We're using Remind in order to get them to that more independent point. That way, by the time they hit 8th grade, they're 100% responsible with their own learning and getting this part done. So we do baby steps. So we're going to start with them contacting between both of us this way, and then we'll move on from there. So it's important to know that it's a communication tool that's between teacher and student. That's it.
So the question was, if they don't have, the kids don't have mobile devices, parents, you are absolutely welcome to join the Remind. Some of the information we send on the Remind might look encrypted to you because the kids understand what we're talking about, but Remind has changed their policy last year where we can only have so many on our Remind, and it's just important the students have the information. But if you have it and you are able to make sure that that information gets to your kid, absolutely go ahead and put the Remind on. And if you have questions after today's session, you can also, we're going to be recording this and we'll send it out to you. But you can send a message on Remind on your kid's phone. Just say, hey, this is so-and-so, parent of so-and-so, and this is my question, and we are happy to answer your questions.
Remind is an app, so you can get that. You can even put it through your computer. You can log into, it's remind.com, I believe, and you can log in that way. You can do it through your phone by getting the app. It's a free app, and all you do is go, I have my phone in front of me, you go to the App Store and look up Remind, and you just upload it to your phone.
So the question is, if your child's in HAM GT Math, which class will they be in? You can be in the same class, and if we ever have, if Ms. Ochoa has a message just for GT, the Remind message will say this is for GT only, and so that way you will know if you need to disregard it if your child's not in GT.
If you're not sure right now if your child's in GT or HAM, you can wait until you get the schedule. And then once you get that schedule, then go ahead and put your child in.
We use Remind quite a bit, so I really, really hope that you all get the Remind codes, because that's such a fast communication between the student and us, or if you have a question when you're at home, you can grab your kid's phone and check the Remind. Also, when you're in Remind, just if you're not familiar, I know a lot of parents have asked us this in the past. If you send a message to us, it doesn't go to everybody on the Remind, it just goes to the teacher. So nobody else is going to see what you're sending. Only what the teacher sends goes out to everybody. If you ask us a question, we're the only one that sees it. Ms. Ochoa.
Real quick, because I'm getting people that are already joining, please don't join GT Honors and HAM, because it's two separate classes. Your GT Honors kids, they're doing 6th and 7th grade math. My HAM students are doing 7th and 8th grade math. So it's what I assign to my HAM kids is going to be very different than what my GT Honor kids get. So if you're not sure which one you have, you want to wait until you get the schedule.
Okay, so someone did ask that. They were accepted into both HAM and GT. So hopefully your schedule tells you which one you are going to go in, and I would imagine it's going to be HAM. Oh, Ochoa may know. Go ahead, Ochoa.
I know. The HAM class is a mixture with the GT HAM students and the honors HAM students. So if your child was accepted into HAM, even if it's GT or if they don't have GT next to it, you're going to register the @33K9BH. So if HAM is anywhere in that, then that's the class you want. You don't want GT honors because you'll get the wrong messages.
So the question on how you test your child for HAM or GT math, those will have to go directly to Ms. Caballero, our school counselor, because she handles all of that. So please reach out to her and she can guide you way better than we can. Okay, any other questions on Remind? I'm going to move on to the next slide. Okay, so we'll have Ms. Bendley, our Tech Apps teacher, talk a little bit about Blackboard with you all.
Hi, everybody. I'm pretty sure y'all know about Blackboard by now. I think Mr. Smiley talked about it in the main session that y'all were in before this. So I'm just going to kind of briefly talk to you about it. It's where the kids go to get all of their assignments. All the classes will be in there once they get their login information. They'll be able to log in and all their classes will be right there. So they don't have to go searching anywhere else. It's a one-stop shop. So that makes it really nice. And Mr. Smiley is working hard to get all the kids, signed up in Blackboard. So once they log in, they won't have to worry about, signing up for their classes. They'll already be there. So then they just click on their class, and then all the teachers' assignments, their collaborate, their question and answer section, everything will be right there in Blackboard for them to access. And then the first week of school, probably the first couple of days, we're going to go over Blackboard with all the students to make sure they know what, how to navigate through properly and know where to find everything to make them feel comfortable using it and all that kind of stuff. So don't worry, we'll make sure that we point them in the right direction so they, feel comfortable accessing Blackboard and using it.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about our Yoda, which is
Ms. Fraser, real quick. A parent wanted to just ask about the Blackboard, if there is a tutorial for Blackboard. Do you want to address that real quick before, or Ms. Bendley, before we move on into Yoda?
All of our students will the first week during school, we're going to make sure that every student knows how to use each part of Blackboard. So we will be giving them the tutorials in class.
Very good. Yeah, we know at STEM, we're really used to the kids. With all the programs we use, we know sixth grade is a unique group of kids coming from all the different campuses. They all have learned different things. So we will absolutely 100% make sure your kid knows how to navigate Blackboard. This is just something that is we're accustomed to with sixth grade, and we will make your kids successful in learning all the tools they need to succeed at STEM, 100%. Okay, go ahead, Ms. Fraser.
Okay, well, like we've already said, we know that sixth grade can be really overwhelming. There's a lot of new requirements that are being asked of the students. There's just a lot more teachers. And as a sixth grade team, we understand the value of communication between the parents, the students, and the teachers. And with that in mind, we created a one-stop digital resource for you to streamline the communication process. As you can see on the right-hand side of the screen there, we have put all of your teachers' information into a digital resource. This includes links to email every teacher. It includes links to every Blackboard page. It includes links to all of the Collaborate sessions. We also have your STEM electives teachers in there so that you can reach out to them. If you can't remember your student's math teacher, you just click on the math link and it will take you to that information. We'll be sending this out next week. Mr. Smiley or Ms. Jensen will be sending it out, and we'll also include instructions on how to save it to your phone home screen or a desktop or laptop computer or a tablet. It's formatted to fit your phones so that it is easy for you to use.
Okay, any questions that we just covered through the Blackboard or Yoda? We named it Yoda because it stands for Your Online Digital Access. A lot of this may seem overwhelming at first, but when you get it on your phone and you're able just to click and contact any of the teachers and ask any questions, then we find that it's going to be more one-stop shopping for you guys. We just really want in sixth grade for you guys to be able to access this as quickly as possible. So that's why this was developed, the Yoda. Okay, I'll move on then to our last slide before we open it up to all questions. And this is regarding attendance. Ms. Clifford.
Yes, yay, me. So let me reassure all our parents that yes, there are going to be times when your child can't log on, There might be times when I can't log on, but we were told by the district this is being treated like real school. So not like in the spring, it was optional if they wanted to do a collaboration session. If their class starts at 8:30, attendance will be taken. So let's say your kid can't log on, they're counted absent. Please don't worry. We're very fluid. We know things happen. It just takes a phone call to let us know that they were trying to get on and trying to get into the class and they couldn't, and that's fine. We just want you to be very reassured. The district is saying that this is real school, this is real attendance, so you do have to attend if you're going to be counted present for each and every single class.
I just wanted to say that we really do want you to be present every class. We love seeing the students. So it's not just about the district wants you there to be in attendance. We want you there. We want to see you. We want to help you. We want to teach you. So please make sure you're doing everything you can to be on time.
All of this will be something we're going to navigate together, just so that we know if they're trying to get on and you're having trouble. As long as we have that communication, then of course we will do the best we can to get the class information to them. So, okay, any other questions on attendance before I go to the last slide? I really, with sixth grade kids, they're so excited and we're so excited, and with technology, anything can happen, and so we're going to be flexible, and we just hope that if they're able to get on, that they do, because we have really planned we're already back at work and we're planning some engaging lessons, and we really want them to get the most out of this, because the STEM experience is so fun and we are super, super excited. Okay, last slide is open to any and all questions that hopefully as teachers we can answer. So I see one that says, are any classes going to be required on site after the 4 weeks, or may we keep our child at home with us virtually? Well, NAISD has sent out some surveys where you were able to put that information down, whether you would prefer it to be virtual or traditional. And again, we're taking this week by week. So nothing's going to be required until we get word of that. Right now, school does start August 17th. The first 3 weeks we have been told are virtual. And from that point on, all the information is going to come out through NAISD. And again, please, if you see those surveys, there's just 2 questions on those surveys. If you can fill out that survey, that would be great. School supplies. There's nothing right now that we need as far as school supplies. As far as there's some possible, if they want to have journals to do note taking, if your kids like to take notes, I know that's really beneficial for math to have a journal. We might have online digital journals, but some people may like to write stuff down. If you have calendars for your kids, I think a calendar would be really beneficial for them, just to have, this is A day, this is B day, and start writing down the days and things, the classes that they have to take. I'm a big calendar person, so I'm just giving that advice because that's what I use. Any other questions pertaining to stuff that us teachers can answer? STEM shirts and sweatshirts. Yeah, we all wear them. So Shannon, Ms. Caballero, do you know, is Claudia allowing people to come in and buy the shirts? Do you have any information on that?
Right now, we are not allowed to have campus visitors to purchase items like that. Yeah. So once we do return to campus, you will be allowed to purchase shirts.
Okay, so I saw a question regarding sign up for buses. Shannon, I don't know if you know this one. Previously, the district sends out an email from transportation, and I'm going to link their website into the chat. I haven't had a chance to go through it. There is probably information on there regarding the bus schedule. There is a schedule on there from last year on the shuttle or the buses from Nimitz to your home campus. And I don't know if they are requiring parents to sign up and let them know as they were last year.
They will be required. because it is a shuttle system, we have to have numbers, and so keep looking on that transportation page, and they will send out like an updated schedule of buses, what time they have to be there, what time they will drop off, etc.
Okay, math is going to use a composition notebook because we do the flipped classroom. So they'll be going. So if they can get one composition notebook.
For English, we do not need any supplies. Okay, go ahead, Fraser, with the next question.
Trapper Keeper, I'm assuming when you say Trapper Keeper, you mean the binders with the zippers. I know that this year students are, they're really limiting the amount of supplies that students can share. Students will be allowed to carry a clear backpack. So if your child prefers to carry a backpack versus a big notebook, you may go that way. It's really a personal preference. I know that I asked my student and he said he would just keep carrying his notebook versus a backpack. If anyone else has anything to add, feel free.
Did you talk about, I was responding to an email, but did you talk about the strap on the Trapper Keeper? Because they all wear the straps. No backpacks are needed. Everybody just hangs on to their Trapper Keeper with the big strap that goes around, and they walk around with that. So I just got a message that we need to wrap up the meeting, so we'll stay on for about 2 or 3 more minutes. Oh, Lane Smiley? Yes, sir. Mr. Smiley?
He's a participant. I need to make him able to speak.
Oh, we need to make a moderator. Yes, to digital text books.
Go ahead,
So
Mr. Smiley.
I heard you talking about we getting kids into Blackboard. Yes, we are working real hard, and we will have every kid on the system. And so when they log on, you'll log on and you'll see their classes for day one. And we were going to have the elective links there for them to be able to get to their electives as well. So be a one-stop place for everyone. The other thing, I just saw something pop up about uniforms. Of course, we do have a uniform when we come back on campus. That is correct. And we actually, the uniform for the virtual environment is not necessary, but it's really something that we may want to get our kids used to, getting them into a schedule, waking up, getting ready for school, putting on their STEM shirt, and being part of our STEM family. So it would be wise to keep them into kind of that, get them into that routine. Ms. Clifford, you have something?
Yes. Someone is asking how attendance is going to be taken for asynchronous students.
So I will tell you that we will be tracking attendance in multiple ways. Since all of our content is inside our platform, every time they log on, we are able to both see when they logged on, which class they go into, and how much time did they spend in activities. So you'll be able to actually see that very well. And we will be tracking that on the back end for everybody, but so that we'll know that they are going in during the asynchronous time.
Awesome. Okay. Well, parents, again, thank you so much for joining us. And again, a lot of information is hopefully on the NEI website as far as uniform policy and all that. Once we get closer to where we will hopefully be coming back on campus, we will make sure to get any and all information with that to you all. But for now, we are super excited to see your children's faces come Monday morning, August 17th. Please reach out to us on Remind if you have any questions, and don't hesitate. You're not bothering us. We want this to be the best experience for you ever. So please, please, please reach out to us. That's our favorite thing about 6th grade, is making you guys feel comfortable. So again, thank you so very much, and you guys have a wonderful evening.